morning students. I am going to continue the same chapter, water. My first topic is concentration of a solution. Concentration of a solution. So what do we mean by concentration of a solution? Okay, what is the meaning of concentration of a solution? Concentration of a solution is the amount of solute okay, which is dissolved in the given quantity of solution. Amount of solute dissolved in the given quantity of solution. So what do you mean by concentration of a solution? Concentration of a solution is the amount of solute, okay, how much amount of solute you are going to dissolve in the given quantity of solution, that is called concentration of a solution. Okay, now it can be expressed in many ways. Okay, first one is your mass percent and second one is your volume percent. So first one is your mass percent. When in your solution the solute is solid, okay, in that case you have to use this one, mass percent. And when in your solution the solute and solvent both are in liquid state, then you have to use this volume percent. I hope you understood. When in your solution the solute is in the solid state and solvent is in the liquid state, then you have to use the mass percent. And when in your solution both solute and solvent both are in liquid state, then you have to use the volume percent. Okay, so the formula of this mass percent is equal to mass of solute upon mass of solution. Okay, mass of solution. So how you will get mass of solution? You have to add solute plus solvent, okay, into 100. Okay, and volume percent is equal to volume of solute upon volume of solute plus volume of solvent, means volume of solution into 100. So with the help of these two formulas you can get the concentration of a solution, okay, mass percent and volume percent. Now the next term is your solubility. What do you mean by solubility? What do you mean by solubility? The amount of solute, okay, amount of solute okay, dissolve in 100 gram of solvent, okay, dissolve in 100 gram of solvent, okay, to form a saturated solution. Dissolve in 100 gram of solvent to form a saturated solution. I hope you know the meaning of saturated solution. Saturated solution at a particular temperature, that is called the solubility of the solute. Okay, suppose you are having 100 gram of water, 100 gram of solvent, okay, and in this 100 gram of solvent you can dissolve 10 gram of solute, okay, 10 gram of solute. So the solubility of that solute is 10 gram. Okay, suppose you are having 100 gram of water and in that 100 gram of water you can dissolve only 15 gram of solute. So the solubility of that solute will be 15 gram. So amount of solute dissolve in 100 gram of solvent to form a saturated solution. Okay, after adding this 15 gram of solute, no more solute can be added. Okay, because you have to form a saturated solution, no more solute can be added after that at a particular temperature, that is called its solubility. So this was about the concentration of a solution, mass percent, volume percent and solubility. Okay, so many numericals are also there that you have to solve it. Okay, now my next point is the hydrated and anhydrous substances. Hydrated substances and anhydrous substances. Hydrated and anhydrous substance. So you have to understand that what is the meaning of hydrated substances. The substance which contain water molecules. The substance which contain water molecules, okay, with along with the salt, okay, like sodium carbonate decahydrate, okay, formula is Na2CO3, okay, sodium carbonate decahydrate, okay, deca means 10 molecules of water is adding in this, okay, that is why it is called decahydrate, okay, sodium carbonate decahydrate. Okay, one more example, copper sulfate, 5 molecules of water is adding in this, so that is why it is called copper sulfate pentahydrate. Okay, penta means 5, okay, deca means 10. So the substances which contain water molecules along with salt, okay, which contain water molecules along with the salt, okay, so that type of substances are called hydrated substances, okay, and just opposite of that, substances which do not contain water molecules, okay, with the salt, and they are called anhydrous substances. Do not contain water molecules. So the substances which contain water molecules along with the salt, okay, for example sodium carbonate decahydrate and copper sulfate pentahydrate, okay, they are the example of hydrated substances. And the substances which do not contain any water along with the salt are called anhydrous substances, okay, for example potassium nitrate, okay, etc. So substances which do not contain any water along with the salts are anhydrous substances. Okay, now hydrated substances. The crystal of some salt contain water of crystallization. Okay, now these two terms are there, okay, crystal and water of crystallization. Crystal and water of crystallization. So what do you mean by crystal? A crystal is a homogeneous solid, okay, a crystal is a homogeneous solid of definite geometrical shape, okay, shapes are there, okay, different type of shapes are there, okay, for example cubic shape, okay, so this is the shape of a crystal. A crystal is a homogeneous solid. Homogeneous solid means uniformly composed, okay, uniformly composed. So a crystal is a homogeneous solid of definite geometrical shape. It has a symmetrically arranged smooth plane surfaces which meet forming the sharp edges, okay, edges are sharp, you can see, okay, so this is called crystal. Now what do you mean by crystallization? Okay, first you understand that what do you mean by crystallization only. Okay, crystallization is a process by which crystal of a substances are obtained, okay, it is the process by which crystals of substances are obtained by cooling a hot saturated solution. By cooling a hot saturated solution. Okay, I told you earlier also, if you take some saturated solution and if you cool it, okay, you will see the crystals are formed. Okay, so this process is called crystallization. Okay, crystallization is the process in which crystal of substances are obtained by cooling a hot saturated solution. If you cool a hot saturated solution, crystal of that substances are obtained. Okay, crystal of that substances are obtained. So that is why this process is called crystallization. Okay, and a crystal is a homogeneous solid of definite geometrical shape. Okay, so many shapes are there. Okay, cubic shapes are there, rhombohedric shapes are also there, octahedral and the prismatic. Okay, first one is your cubic shape. Okay, second one is your rhombohedric, okay, octahedral and last one is prismatic. So different types of shapes are there of a crystal. Okay, this one is the cubic shape. So these are all were about the hydrated substances, anhydrous substances,